Hi everyone, today I am going to show you how to make a delicious chocolate biscuit cake using only simple ingredients. Let's get started. So today we're diving into the world of baking and creating a chocolate biscuit cake. This recipe is special because it uses just a few basic ingredients that you likely already have in your kitchen. It is perfect for those times when you have a sweet tooth, but you won't want to spend hours in the kitchen. No fancy equipment, no complicated techniques, just good, old-fashioned baking fun. Whether you're a seasoned baker or a kitchen newbie, this recipe is a delightful journey that I'm excited to share with you. So grab your aprons, preheat your oven, and let's embark on this delicious adventure together. To begin our recipe, we need 2 packs of biscuits. These can be any kind of biscuits, like Marie biscuits or graham crackers. These biscuits add a fantastic texture and a subtle flavor that pairs perfectly with the rich chocolate. Next, we'll need 1 cup of chocolate. Now, this can be in the form of melted chocolate, or simply a chocolate bar that we allow melt. The star of the show is definitely the chocolate. Feel free to use your favorite type. For the base, I've opted for a good quality dark chocolate, but if you prefer something with a bit more sweetness, milk chocolate would work just as well. Next, grab a measuring cup and pour half a cup of fresh milk. The fresh milk adds a wonderful creaminess to the entire dish. Lastly, we'll need 2 tablespoons of butter, which will add a fantastic richness and help bind everything together. And remember, if you're enjoying this recipe, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe for more delicious adventures. Alright, now that we have all our ingredients ready, let's move on to the exciting part, the preparation. The first step in our biscuit cake journey is to crush the biscuits into small pieces. You can do this by simply using your hands, which is what I prefer. Or, if you want a finer crumb, you can put the biscuits in a Ziploc bag or container and crush them with a rolling pin. This gives you a nice, even texture to start with. Now, while crushing the biscuits, you might hear some noise. If you're watching this video at night and your family members are sleeping, then please use a container to crush the biscuits so that you don't wake anyone up. Next, it's time to melt our chocolate. To do this, I'm using a small pan on low heat. Add the chocolate and butter and let them slowly melt together. Keep stirring to ensure they melt evenly and smoothly. This is almost like a double boiler method, which helps create a glossy and creamy texture. If you're short on time or prefer a quicker method, you can actually use the microwave. Just be sure to microwave it in short bursts, like 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, until the chocolate and butter are completely melted. Then stir it well to combine. Once the chocolate and butter have completely melted, remove it from the heat. Now we're looking for a smooth, shiny, and creamy consistency. If it looks a bit stiffy, you can put it back on low heat and stir until it becomes that perfect creamy texture. Now, here's where the magic happens. Slowly pour the fresh milk into the melted chocolate while continuously stirring. Keep mixing until the milk is fully incorporated and the chocolate is nice and glossy. You want to make sure there are no lumps, so keep stirring until it's completely smooth. At this point, you can taste the chocolate mixture to see if it's just right. If you find it's a bit too thick, you can add a little more milk, maybe a tablespoon at a time, until you achieve that perfect consistency. But if it seems too thin, you can always add more chocolate. Just remember to keep stirring well to incorporate any additional chocolate you add. With our chocolate mixture already, it's time to combine it with our crushed biscuits. Pour the crushed biscuits into the chocolate mixture. Now, using a spatula, gently fold the biscuits into the chocolate. You want to make sure the biscuits are evenly coated with the chocolate mixture. Keep mixing until every bit of biscuit is well combined and coated. This is the key to getting that beautiful layered look in our cake and ensuring each bite is absolutely perfect. Once all the biscuits are well coated, it's time to transfer our mixture into a mold or a container. I'm using a container that's about 8 inches square. To make things easier, I've lined the bottom with parchment paper. This way I can easily lift the cake out once it's set. Press the biscuit mixture into the container to make an even layer. You want to press it in firmly so it's compact. This will help the cake hold its shape once it's chilled and firmed up. The next step is to let the cake rest in the fridge. Cover it and chill for at least 2 hours, or until firm. This allows the flavors to blend and the texture to set. While the cake is chilling, you can prepare the topping. In this recipe, I'm keeping it simple with just a bit of powdered sugar mixed with a splash of milk. I'm going to use this to drizzle on top of the cake once it's set. It's totally optional, but highly recommended. Another fun idea is to sprinkle some chopped nuts on top before the cake is completely set. And if you're feeling extra festive, you can even add some colorful sprinkles on top. Just press them gently so they stick to the cake. However, The beauty of this recipe is that it's incredibly adaptable. If you have other toppings in mind, go for it. A dollop of whipped cream, a scattering of chocolate chips, or even a drizzle of caramel sauce would be fantastic. As the clock ticks down on our chilling time, let's talk about why this recipe is so amazing. First, it's incredibly easy to make. Even someone with little to no baking experience can whip this up. Second, it's incredibly versatile. You can use different types of biscuits, milk, chocolate, or even dark chocolate. And third, it's incredibly delicious. The combination of flavors and textures is truly unbeatable. Now, if you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. And now, the moment we've been waiting for. The cake is set, and it's time to bring it out of the fridge. Carefully lift the cake out of the container using the parchment paper. Place it on a serving plate or board. And here's a quick tip. If you're struggling to get the cake out, run the container under some warm water for a few seconds. This softens the plastic and helps the cake slide out more. Now it's time for the finishing touch, the topping. Drizzle the prepared topping over the cake. You can be creative here, making swirls or even little designs. Chopped nuts or sprinkles would also look fantastic here. And if you're feeling extra fancy, you could even add a few fresh berries for a pop of color and a touch of tartness. Finally, take a moment to admire your masterpiece and let it chill for a bit longer before slicing and serving. Our simple yet incredibly delicious chocolate biscuit cake is ready to be enjoyed. Each bite is a delightful combination of crispy biscuits, rich chocolate, and fresh milk. It's a symphony of flavors and textures that will leave you wanting more. Remember, you can personalize this recipe to your liking. Add nuts, sprinkles, or other toppings to make it uniquely yours. Thanks for joining me on this baking adventure. If you enjoyed this recipe, do want to forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more delicious recipes and baking escapades. Until next time, happy baking and bon appetit.